One of the best stories to communicate is the story of Lydia Cologne. Lydia Cologne. I think on Herbalife's website, we put up there Lydia's list. I'm not sure that that's up there, but it's on jimrohn.com. It's called Lydia's List. Lydia started Herbalife about 20 years ago. 20 years ago, Lydia Cologne from the Spanish-speaking community in Miami was a single mother with 2 children, no job, and she was ill and in the hospital. And in the hospital, someone told Lydia about Herbalife products. When Lydia saw the brochure and a little explanation about Herbalife, Lydia said, "I think I could sell those products." But she said to this person, "I have no money. I have no money. I'm a single mother with 2 children, no job, and I'm in the hospital." Here's what this person said. "No problem." So I want you to make that note. No matter what someone says to you, you can say, "No problem." Why can you say no problem? Because you have the answers. For the person who says it, it seems to be a problem. But if you say no problem, that seems a little strange that you would say no problem. Ill, in the hospital, single mother, 2 children, no job. And you say no problem. And the reason why you can confidently say yes, no problem, is because I have answers for you. So this person says, "Well, how much money do you have?" Lydia said, "Maybe $1. Maybe $1. And this person said, "That's enough." So here's what Lydia did with that first $1. She invested 60 cents in a button and a brochure about the products and some testimonials, and a button to wear. That was 60 cents. When she got out of the hospital, she took the remaining 40 cents and bought gasoline for her broken down car. Now Lydia has invested $1 in Herbalife, and she's in business. Now, in Lydia's list, I talk about all the qualities she had that were more valuable than the $1. The $1 was what we call capital. Capital is any money you set aside to be invested in an enterprise to bring value to the marketplace, hoping to make a profit. I might give you time to write that down because it's the definition of capitalism. The capital of capitalism could be money, and any money you set aside to be invested in an enterprise, a business, that brings value to the marketplace, hoping to make a profit. The process is called capitalism, and the money is called capital. So Lydia now is going to engage in capitalism, bringing value to the marketplace, hoping to make a profit, and she's invested $1, which is her capital. But capital can be more than money. So make that note. Capital can be more than money. When she got out of the hospital, here's the next capital investment Lydia made, her time. Time that you set aside to be invested. Just like the money set aside to be invested, $1. You set aside time to be invested. If you say to someone, if you start part-time, 15 hours a week, that 15 hours now is capital time. There's capital money and capital time. And if you invest capital time and capital money, especially in Herbalife, it could create a fortune. It could create a fortune. Incredible. Now, this money and time that you set aside must not be given away. It must not be wasted. It must be invested. If a farmer has seed corn to plant, he wouldn't eat the seed corn. He wouldn't feed it to his family. Not this corn. Other corn, yes, but not this corn, because this corn is capital corn. And this capital corn is to be planted in the ground so that it can multiply and grow for the harvest in the fall. Okay? So there's capital time and capital money Lydia has invested. Now here's the rest of the list. It's called Lydia's list. And everyone here can develop a list like this. Guess where I taught this? In Russia, in Moscow, not far from the Kremlin. It's incredible. Here it is, Lydia's list. First now was the money. Second was the time. Here was number 3, desperation. At first, Lydia said, I have to find someone that wants this product. I have to find someone. I've got to take care of my family. I've only invested $1. Now I'm investing my time. But here was the emotional investment, desperation. Now, desperation can be a positive emotion if it has a positive purpose. Sometimes desperation is tragic, leads to tragic results. But desperation, if it's invested in something positive, can be very positive. I have to. I have to keep talking every day till I find someone who wants these products. Now, I don't know when the magical change occurs, but let me give you the next quality. The next quality Lydia developed almost immediately was determination. Desperation says I have to, determination says I will. So now she goes from one emotion to another, I have to I will. And who knows when that occurs. But even if you start with desperation, I have to make this successful. I have to get started. I have to get going. That's a good emotion if you've got an ultimate purpose. But here's what's really powerful. It's more powerful than money, determination. I will. What did I hear in the training? If you've set a goal for 5, you just say, I must not go home till I've talked to the 5th person. Somebody says, what are you doing at Denny's at 11 o'clock at night? I said, I've got one more person to talk to. Set a goal, determined to reach it. So determination is more valuable than money. Next is energy and vitality. This is called investing yourself. Money, yes. Time, yes. Now you invest your inner self. Energy and vitality. Here's the next quality Lydia had that made her successful, and that was courage. The first person she talked to said no. And the second person said no. Now it takes courage to keep talking to someone when the first one says no and the second one says no. Mark Hughes conducted his first meeting, got some of his friends and relatives together and said, here's my new product, we're going to take it around the world, how many of you want to join? And everyone in the meeting said, we're not interested. His first meeting. 100% said, we're not interested. Now what do you need? Courage to do the second meeting. The second meeting, someone said yes. And now Herbalife gets started. And then Mark did another meeting, and another meeting, and another meeting. But that takes courage. But Lydia had courage when someone said no to keep going. Now, this is now an interesting story about Lydia. She finally finds someone after her presentation of the brochure and the stories, and now this person says, yes, Lydia, I want those products. I need those products. Lydia says, I don't have any. Now starts an interesting story. She said, the reason I don't have any products is because, let me tell you my story. I'm a single mother with 2 children. I just got out of the hospital. I was ill. I have no job, but I discovered these products in the hospital, and something told me I could sell these products. So since I don't have any products, here's what we must do. You must give me your money and trust me to go get the products for you. And then I will deliver them to you. And here's what will happen when I deliver you your products. I will make a small profit. And if I do this often enough, I can buy these products for myself and for my children. So jot this down. Your story can be very powerful, whatever it is. Then Lydia said some magic words to her first potential customer. Wouldn't you like to be part of my story? Helping a single mother with 2 children, no job, just out of the hospital, get started in a business. Wouldn't you like to be part of my story? And this person could not resist and said, yes, here's my money. Please go get my products. Wow. So if you forget everything else I shared with you today, just remember that, the power of your personal story. Now, here's what Lydia used in order to accomplish this. And it's a word we have in English. Hopefully it'll translate. It's called ingenuity. Ingenuity. Here's what it means in English. Ingenuity means figuring out a way to make something work. Figuring out a way. If at first it doesn't seem like there's a way, then you just keep thinking and figuring out a way. And then here's the magic word, until you have the answer. You keep figuring out a way until you have the answer. You just don't stop figuring a way until you have the answer. That's ingenuity, we say in English. And all of us have ingenuity. Plan A, if that doesn't work, plan B. If plan B doesn't work, we'll go to plan C. We'll keep figuring, working, till finally we come up with the answer. Someone says to me, I have this relative that won't buy the product. What should I do? And I said, sell everyone around this person the product until they're the only one left. At first, someone says, no, I'm not going to use this product. No one else is using it. Then if you get everyone else using it, now they've got to say, looks like everyone else is using it. I might as well use it too. You just, if at first there doesn't seem to be a way, you just keep thinking of a way. To reach someone, you just figure out a way. You say, well, I call them. How about sending a telegram? Something. Just figure out a way to reach someone, call someone, get an answer. So Lydia used her ingenuity. Now here's what happened next, and it's the key to riches. What is the secret to becoming wealthy? I'm going to give the answer. You don't have to pay me extra money for it. Since the company paid for me to be here, all my ideas are free. It said, you didn't have to pay for me to be here, which would have been too much to ask. So the company paid for me to be here, and now let me give you this secret which is free. The key to wealth and riches is ambition. Ambition. How easy is it to create ambition? And here's the answer. It could start as soon as you've sold the first customer. Lydia gets a customer that says, yes, here's my money, I want to buy that product. Now, guess what starts for Lydia? Ambition. Here's what she says. If I can get one customer, I can get another one. Then when you have two customers, here's what will start turning over in your mind. If I can get two, I can get four. If I can get four, I can get 10. If I could get 10 people to use my products, why couldn't I get 100 people to use the products? That kind of ambition leads to wealth. Here's what Mark was always saying, especially the last few years. Here's what he was saying. How can I get another 1 million people to use Herbalife products? How can I do that? Here's what he said at first. How can I get my grandmother to use this product? Just one person, he was thinking. How can I get my grandmother to use the product? Because if she uses it, I know she's going to have great results. And then she talks to everybody. And if she gets great results, she's going to tell everybody, and that's going to get things started. But here's what he was saying especially the last 2, 3, 4 years. How can I get another 1 million people to use Herbalife? I've got the organization. How can I inspire them to get another 1 million, and then to get another 1 million? But guess where ambition begins? With the first success. If you can get 1 distributor, you can get 3. If you can get 3, you can get 10. It's just a matter of time. So here's the key. Get your ambition started, and then help it to grow. Here's what else gets our ambition to grow. Listening to the testimonials. That's why I wanted to share the story with you of Lydia. Lydia's list. That's why I decided to work another 20 years with Herbalife. Because if I've done the first 20 years of Herbalife, I could do another 20. Right? Incredible. Thank you. Thank you. Now I've got to stay healthy, thanks to Herbalife. Mark Hughes gave me this traveling formula. All the extra product and extra stuff to do if you travel a lot, like I do. So he said 3 times this, 4 times this, 2 times this. The traveling formula keeps me healthy. Now here's what else. I'm just going to give you quickly now the rest of the list because I have some more things to cover. How many of you have 1 page of notes already? Oh, fantastic. So this is one of the ways I get to go home with you, is these notes. That means I go home with you. When you leave here, I go with you. Now let me give you the rest of this list called Lydia's list. Okay, we had capital money, which was only $1 Lydia had. The next time you meet someone who says, I have no money, you say, wonderful, I've been looking for you for 6 months. Let me show you how to do it without any money. Here's what capitalism does. Buys and sells. Capitalism buys and sells. But here's, if you have to, if there's no other choice, here's what you can also do. Sell and buy. Sell and buy. That's what Lydia had to do. Sell and buy. She couldn't buy and sell. She didn't have the money. So she had to do the other way, sell and buy. There's always a way. If truly you wish to, there's always a way. So here's the rest of the list. After ambition was faith. Faith, believing in the product, believing in the company, believing in the future, and the major was believing in herself. Lydia now begins to say, I can do this with confidence. Here's the rest of it, heart and soul. If you have a chance to meet Lydia, you'll say, yes, this lady puts heart and soul into what she does. Next is personality. You know, what is especially you, your personality? But here's my best advice on personality. Refine your personality to fit the business. If you're too shy now, you need to work on that. Develop your personality so that it fits the business. You might have to try harder than someone else to go talk to someone, but you've just got to do it. You've just got to do it. Refine your personality to fit the business. Mark Hughes was the best at this, refining his personality to fit the business. Then there's 2 or 3 more. Next is trust. To trust the future, trust the present. You've got to trust that the company will come up with the incentives that will help your distributor to grow, your business to grow. And with the leadership that's here, represented at Herbalife, all of those brains working together, we will figure out the best way possible this year. Maybe next year we'll have an even better way, but this year we're going to figure out the best way possible to help your business to grow, if you will trust that. Here's what else you have to do. Trust the people. Trust the people that they will make a wise decision. Trust the people that they will change and grow. Trust the people that they will do the right thing. And one more now that makes our business work extremely well, and that's compassion. Having a feeling for other people's problems. They're unhappy with their income, they're unhappy with their health, they're unhappy with their life. And you need enough compassion to say, I will take what answers I have to as many people as I can reach. So jot that down as I finish this list. I will take what answers I have to as many people as I can reach. I will take the answers I have to as many people as I can reach. Now, your list of answers will get longer as you learn more about the business. And your answers will be more refined to fit a wider variety of people. But if you'll just make that commitment, I will take the answers I have to as many people as I can reach.